Hi everyone, good morning and good evening. Today I am going to cover query template in SAP MII. So first we will understand what is the query templates in SAP MII and why we used query template in SAP MII. So query template is mainly used to fetch or update the data from a data source. So what all functions you can apply, it depends on a data source to which you have connected. So here you can see this is SAP MII and query templates. So query template is a part of SAP MII workbench where you can create your query template. So before creating a query template, you have to create a data server to connect your source system. So as already I have explained in my previous video, how to create a data server in SAP MII for a different data sources. So first a data server need to be created. So data server is used to connect your SAP MII system and the source system. So data server 1 is connecting your SAP MI system to your DB database. So this DB might be your SQL Server, might be your Oracle, DB2 or any database. So connecting to any database, you can create one data server of connector type IDBC. And after a successful connection, you can use this data server 1 in your workbench to create a query. So which type of query you can create on data server 1? You can create only a SQL query on database because you know a database supports only SQL query. So you can write SQL query to communicate to your source system. So whenever you will be writing a query template of type SQL in SAP MI workbench, you will be able to see the data server that you have created. So select this data server and you can write your SQL query. So which type of query you will be writing in SAP MII, that depends on your source system. You cannot write a XML or Pico query on your SQL server or Oracle server or any database. It will not support. So it will support only those queries that your source supports. So here, suppose you have a XML source. So you have to create a data server of type XML connector. And after that, by using that XML connector, you can fetch or you can retrieve the data by writing an XML query. So it depends on the source system to which you are going to write a query. So which type of query will be writing, that depends on your source system. So data server 3 connecting to your Pico system. So by using the data server 3, you can write only a Pico query. So Pico query can be written and Pico query can retrieve the tag value as well as you can write a tag value back to the machine tags, or that might be the your PLCs or might be the machine controller tag. So here you can see all the supported query template has been listed here. So all the supported query template you can write, but you need to identify which query template you can write at which data source. So now let me show you how actually you can create SQL query or any other query template in SAP MII. So this is your home page for SAP MII. Go to content development and click on workbench. So the workbench is opening, click on run. Okay, click on don't block. So here we created earlier one project here. So let me, my first project. So expand that. And here actually you can use the folder, the query template I had created. So if you will move your cursor to new, you can see all the query template that are supported with SAP MI. It's there. Aggregate query, alarm query. So all this query you can create. So as we don't have any database connected here in SAP MI, so I'm going to use a Pico query. Okay. So creating a Pico query, you can see the available server Pico simulator. We don't have a real Pico server. So SAP MI has provided a simulator for the Pico. So that you can use for your testing purpose. So how this Pico simulator is coming here in a server. So if you will go to your data services in SAP MI, go to the data services, that topic already I have covered. Go to the data server, and inside the data server, if you will select here the connector type Pico. So why not filled? Pico simulator. So you can see here a data server already been created from SAP Pico simulator. And then the same data server, it is showing in your workbench. So if you'll go to the workbench, you can see the Pico simulator. Select that, and here the mode you can select. So different type of modes available. It means tag or retrieve query, tag list. So these all modes you can use for your Pico simulator. Pico simulator. But in a real Pico, there will be some more modes already be available for writing the tag as well. So here just I'm using a tag retrieve query to retrieve the tag value from Pico simulator. So let me save it and give one name to it. Get temperature. So here I'm clicking OK and just go down here and click on a tag retrieve query here. So here you can see in the left hand side, this is all the tags that your Pico simulator have. So if you are connecting to a real Pico server, so it will show you all the tags that is available on your Pico connected data source. Okay, so here just for the testing purpose, I'm using the cylinder temperature 1 tag value here. So just select here from the left hand side and just click on add and click on test. So you can see you are getting one value here for the cylinder temperature with date and time. So at this particular time, the temperature for the cylinder was 115. Okay. So let me save it. Okay. Here you can select your current value or event. Event you will mainly be selecting if you want the historical value as well. So you can see it is not showing only one latest value for the tag, it's showing you the historical value for the tag with the time. So for the time being, let me keep it as the current only. By default, it is the current. So it will give me only one record with the time and corresponding value. Okay, so each time you can see the value is getting changed. So like that, you can write a Pico query, and same like that, you can write the SQL query as well. If you have any database connected, you can click on the SQL query, and here it will show you all the databases that supports your SQL query. Okay, select anyone, but here I don't think anyone is running there in your data services. So it will not work. Suppose I'm selecting this and I'm selecting a query and clicking on this. So you can see the error occur creating a database connection. So someone has created a data server. That data server is not running. So that's the reason you will not be able to write any query on that data server. So you have to make sure that whatever the data server you are creating in data services that need to be in a running status, then only will be able to write some query on top of that. So here I'm getting a temperature for the cylinder one by using the Pico simulator server and writing the Pico query. So now let me go to, so this is your query template. Let me go to the display template. Okay. What is the display template and why we use the display template in SAP MII? So a query template is used to retrieve the data from your source system, and display template is used to consume that data and show that data in a different format. So different format, the meaning is that you can show your data in a grid format. It means a table structure. You can show your data in a different chart, like your line chart, bar chart, or you can also show your data in a format of gauge. So let me show you the example, how actually you can create a display template and how you can consume your query template inside a display template. So for that, let me go to the workbench. I have already created a temperature for machine to get the temperature for machine by using the Pico query. And that Pico query I'm going to use in a display template. So I'm going to create now a display template. So just right click and move your cursor to new. And here you can see all other display template, iGrid, iTicker, iChart. So all these starting from I is a older technology of where applet, Java applet is being used. And Java applet is dependent on your Java need to be installed on your system, otherwise it will not work. And you can see the newly added I5 chart, I5 grid, I5 SPC chart, and I5 value health. So these are based on your SAP UI5. So these are not required any Java dependency to run it. So I'm going to create one I5 chart to show you how actually you can consume your data that is coming from your Pico query in a display template. So this is your display template I5 chart or I5 grid. So I want that data to be displayed in a chart format or in a gauge format. So I'm going to create an I5 chart here. So I5 chart, there are different chart types available here, like in which format you want to show the data. So line chart, bar chart, group bar, pie chart, a stacked bar. So these are the different chart type that you can use according to your requirement. Here I am just going to show you a gauge, how you can use the gauge. You can use the full circle as well as you can use here the half circle, horizontal, rectangle, or vertical. So it depends on you that which shape you want to use for the gauge. So right now I'm just putting a full circle. And just I'm selecting here that give me the glossy look and feel. And after that, I'm going to the title for this. So here you can write the title for this chart. So I'm just writing a machine temperature. Real-time machine temperature. And now I'm going to the data mapping. So here you can see the data mapping. It is asking me for the query template. So already I have created a query template. That is the Pico query. So either I can just click and drag here, or we can click on load and we can select the appropriate query template, or we can just select it and click here, paste from browser. So whatever you have selected here, the query template that will be coming here. Refresh it, and now you can see this query template giving me a 2 column, that is the date time and cylinder temperature. So I want that cylinder temperature to put into a value column. So because this is giving me a value for the temperature, and date and time I am just putting into the label column. So at this particular time, what is the value for the temperature, cylinder temperature? Okay. So now I'm going to the legend. So I'm not going to change anything here. Okay, whatever it's there, leave it at. So save it. So after saving it, I'm just here giving one name. So real-time temperature display. Okay. So now you can run it and see how it's getting displayed. So click on run, click OK. Select here the credential. Let me open in Internet Explorer. Okay, so here, let me go to here and click on again test. Let me copy this URL. Go to the Internet Explorer. Paste here. So can you see here? The gauge has been displayed here, and the right now the temperature is 136, but here it's not showing you a real-time temperature. So it's your temperature of the machine is getting changed at every second, every millisecond, right? So if you want that your temperature of the machine should be displayed here in a real time, it need to be changed. You can go to the setting and you can uh, click here the refresh automatically, and you can also set here the refresh rate. So this is the by default the 60 second it will be refreshed. I am making it 2 seconds. Okay, click on OK. So can you see here your let me refresh it. Refresh rate, I'm making it 2 seconds. And refresh it automatically. So you can see in the real time at every 2 seconds the temperature is getting changed here. Okay, and here the temperature, if it will so here you can see this is a green, yellow and red, right? So how this green, yellow and red is coming, it's depending on the value. Okay, So where that has been maintained, that when it will be green, when it will be yellow, when it will be red, your needle will be the either pointing to the red, yellow, and green. So that you can maintain here. If you will go to your display template, so inside your display template, uh, just click on the data mapping x-axis. Here you can see the value 0 to 40 will be in green color. When the value will be 40 to 80, it will be in yellow color. When the value will be greater than, that is the greater than 80 and less than 100, up to 100, it will show you the red color. So you can change that value as well according to your requirement. When it will be green, at what value it shows the green, yellow, and red. So like that, actually, you can build your display template, and you can consume your query template data that is coming from your source system or backend system, and you can display in a graphical manner here. So different type of charts also you can use in SAP MI to display your data in a different format. And this particular query template you can use in a transaction as well. So how you will use this query template in a transaction? So click right click here and just create one transaction, and just click here in your query template and move here. So moving here, it will be act as an action block here. That is the query template, and that will run and give you the output. So how will know that the what output is coming here? So just I'm putting here one tracer, okay, to see the output, what the output is coming. So here, if I am going to the tracer message, I'm mapping the output of the get temperature for machine result, okay, and close it, run it, and copy the tracer 0 output, and open a notepad. And here you can see the output. So here you can see XMII format. This is the XMII XML format. And here you can see this is the date and this is the temperature value. Okay, so right now it is the temperature value is 0. So you can use any query template inside your transaction as well. So thank you. Thank you very much. If you have any question, any doubt, you can comment or you can send me a mail. I will try to reply. If you like this video, or like it, share it, or comment. So whenever I will upload any new video, it will reach to you directly. So thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.